Welcome, an initiative by Kikewa College of Horticulture Nasik, giving an online audio-visual learning from Department of Soil Science. I, the Professor N.S. Gogre, going to deliver a lecture on a topic.
That is soil test crop response. Before undertaking cultivation of any crop, we have to restore soil fertility. There are three ways to restore soil fertility: by addition of organic manures, by addition of artificial fertilizers, and by addition of biofertilizers. How much to add will depend on testing of soil nutrients, testing of soil available nutrients, the nutrients which are available from the soil, and we have to add a rest by use of these three sources, which will fulfill the recommended dose of fertilizer. For cultivation of any crop, there is a prescribed recommended dose of fertilizer, which will be, for an example, we will take an example of it. That is 100 60 60. That is 100 kilogram of nitrogen, 100 kilogram phosphorus, 100 kilogram potassium is the dose, recommended dose, kilogram per hectare. Then we have to add this fertilizer. If there is 50 kilogram nitrogen is available in the soil per hectare, then rest 50 kilogram we have to add back the sources, organic manures, artificial fertilizers, and biofertilizers. So it is so we will complete the recommended dose. And soil testing crop response is aimed what amount of fertilizers or recommended dose fertilizer we have applied to the soil for a particular crop, up to how much nutrients will be taken by the crop is estimated. Is called as a soil test crop response. The concept, which is very first developed and given by Ramamurthy in 1987. This allows prediction of crop yield and targeted in this construction. We have to target yield based on the values, soil test values, and the values of nutrients which is added artificially to fulfill the recommended dose of fertilizer. And the actual response or uptake of nutrients to produce quality production is utilized and studied. This is called as a soil test crop response. For this, soil test values are needed to be correlated with actual crop response obtained under field condition based on statistical tests, whether the hypothesis is feasible, accepted or not. For this, separate calibration charts are needed for crop and each crop and its soil. Then, then fertility gradient, regression approach, and targeted yield concepts were involved. It's called as a rational fertilizer, which will study and aim at yields. So that is called as a prescription approach, in which inherent soil fertility and yield level of crop are taken into account while recommending the fertilizer doses. Generally, there is a prescription of dose of fertilizer before doing survey of all possible sources of soil, and the fertilizer dose is recommended, which is generally followed. What will be the objectives of soil test professionals? To prescribe fertilizer doses for a crop based on soil test values to achieve the targeted yields. In a specific agroclimatic zone, under irrigation or protective irrigation by using mathematical. Hello. Climatic zones respectively. Then next, it takes into consideration the efficiency of utilization of soil and added fertilizer nutrient by artificial sources and its nutrient requirements for desired yield level. This means this concept is purely based on soil test values and response of conditions of farmers for targeted levels of crop production. That means if there is a production of 150 quintal per hectare of wheat, this is an example. If there is an yield of wheat crop, that is 150 quintal per hectare on a recommended dose of fertilizer, and if we have to obtain 200 quintal per hectare of yield, then we have to adjust or recommend the fertilizer dose by adding or putting soil testing values in an equation, mathematical equation, and we have to prescribe the recommended dose with an increase of the percentage of dose, which is calculated on the basis of mathematical equation. This is called as a targeted yield concept. We have to target a field. That means that we have targeted that is 200 quintal per hectare and adjust the soil testing values. Hello. Based on soil testing values, we have to adjust or apply artificial source of nutrients to increase the recommended dose for a targeted yield concept based on mathematical calculation. Okay. I think you have understood the concept. This is purely on a recommendation based on regression analysis approach and a recommendation for certain percentage of maximum yield. That is, we have increased the yield up to 50%. Then Stcr methodology takes into account of three factors. That is nutrient requirement in kilogram per quintal of produce, then percentage contribution from soil available nutrients, that is SC, and percentage contribution from added fertilizers towards making effective fertilizer prescription for specific yields. Okay, let's study the first criteria. Added nutrient requirement in kilogram for 1 quintal of grain. Nutrient requirement is equal to total nutrient uptake, that is from plant analysis from grain plus straw or nutrient uptake per kilogram per hectare divided by yield of grain quintal per hectare. Then fertilizer efficiency, second criteria, that is Fe is equal to total nutrient uptake kilogram per hectare minus soil test values in a treated plot kilogram per hectare into soil nutrient efficiency divided by fertilizer dose applied kilogram per hectare, whole is multiplied by 100. Then soil efficiency, this is calculated, is equal to total nutrient uptake in kilogram per hectare divided by soil test value in control kilogram per hectare into 100. With help of our operator, adjustment equations have been developed for a number of crops in various soils. For example, for rice crop, fertilizer N is equal to 4.39 for a target of 0.6723 soil nitrogen. Then fertilizer phosphorus 2.83 targeted minus 6.110 soil phosphorus. Fertilizer K2O 1.41 the targeted yield minus 0.329 soil available K. T is the targeted yield of rice. What are the advantages of soil test crop response? There will be efficient and profitable site specific fertilizer recommendation for increased crop production and for maintaining soil fertility. It will aim to provide balanced, efficient, profitable nutrient application rates for preset yield targets. For example, 200 quintal per hectare, giving due to consideration basic fertility status of soil. It is all about soil testing crop response. Another method is diagnosis recommendation integrated system approach, that is known as the trees. This concept will be studied later. This